Hi guys, and Happy New Year. I'm starting out the new year using In the Moment stamp set. This is one of them from the catalog that I knew I wanted right away because, you know, we have a lot of girlfriends and I could see a lot of different possibilities with this. So here is what I came up with for In the Moment so far. So this one I did as a double challenge with a double embossing folder. And so these are some of the Stampin' Up! Embossing folders. And then I 3D'd the girl on there and used some Valentine paper so that if I wanted to use it for Valentine I could. And there's the paper. This one, I took the tree from, I put in Google Images cartoon shade trees and found this one that I liked. And then I colored and cut out this and cut around. I left the blanket on this side but not on this and no pillows. And have her reading with her dog under a shade tree. And then I just put partial shade tree on the envelope. This one is the same stamp, but I have her actually relaxing at the library, reading with her dog. And this one, I figured this is like the ocean ropes, and so I have her looking out, and this is some DSP, and I just added some birds. These weren't for cover-up, they just were for something for her to look at. And she's standing on the railing, looking out over the ocean in my mind, anyway. And this one I paper pieced. I stamped her on white and colored her in, and stamped her on this paper and cut out her shirt. And then I had the short front. And then this one, which I posted, and quite a few people asked me questions about it, so I decided to make it. And when I made the envelope to go with it, I realized that I had copied the directions for somebody else's card, and it was too big for our envelope, so I decided to remake it for our A2 card size and envelopes. So I've cut out a lot of stuff because you know how to do those things, and I don't want you wasting your time. But you're going to start out with a 4 1/4 by 8 piece of paper, and then you're going to score at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. Turn it, score at 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 2 1/2 again, and then you have your basic card. Then you're going to have a 1 1/2 by 5 1/2 strip for the bridge. And what I'm going to do though is to put on the side pieces first, on the inside and out. And what I did was I went online again, Google Images, and put in bookshelves. And I got this whole row of bookshelves, and then I cut it to like 1 1/4 sizes to fit on these strips. And the front I used a little shorter because I wanted those drawers in the front. So there's your bookshelves in the front, and then on the inside I just left them the full length so they would go like behind her and look like they went the whole way. And so I lined up the shelves with each other so they look like they belong together. I've said this before, I love Google Images because I usually put in cartoon before I put in whatever I want because it's more, for me, it's more user friendly. So there's what I came up with to begin with. And then you're going to just put adhesive on this side and glue, make sure it's straight. And glue it down. And then one of these has to be closed. And then you're going to glue the other side down. I'm going to glue that, close that first card, fold it up, put this down and make sure it's even, and glue that. And there's your bridge. And there's your bridge card. Also, I got this from the Google Images, and I put in window seat, and you know what, I should have put the window in there first too. Oh gosh, oh, don't tell me. Oh yeah, here it is, upside down. Okay, so I made the window before because it's a little bit more work, but on a piece of scrap paper I did the background, gave it some sky and stamped it. I cut the window from an old die, a window die that we had, and then I 3D'd it with 3D strips, which is a little thicker than the 3D dots. And then I would normally put this in before I put the bridge if I hadn't forgotten, but it's doable. And I just line it up in the center like that. And then this is going on the front. And what I did was line up the top with the top of the bridge so that the pillows are sticking up over, but that's all. And this also was from Google Images. And that's how you got it. And I haven't even put the drawers on yet. And look how cute that is. Now the drawers were all just 1/4 inch strips. And I didn't cut them down yet to fit in there. But what I would do is cut them a little bit shorter. I don't know if I did that. No. Wanted a little bit shorter than that. And I'm only going to do one because that would be boring. But I did 3 for each side and 2 underneath here for drawers. So this is 1/4 by 7/8 long. And just put a little bit of glue on there. Hard to pick up, they're so small. And then I probably would put the middle one in and then the other 2 so that you're spacing them right. I just happened to put that on the top. And then I took small black gems and did the 2 knobs on each drawer. And like I said, I put 3 drawers on each side and then 2 on the across the bottom of the window seat. So when you get done, you're going to have your 3 drawers, and then 2 drawers like that. And then all I did was glue her little buns and feet down and kind of leaning up against this side. So I can do that now. A little glue there and her feet. And then her feet are a little bit low. There. And there you have it. So somebody said, is it complicated? No, it isn't complicated at all. So I kind of hope you give this a try. It was fun, really. Making scenes is a fun thing to do. So I hope you enjoy this and think about getting in the moment and giving it a try. There's all kinds of different ideas you can go with this. And I'm sure on Pinterest there'll be a lot more in the days and weeks to come. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.